Back on the right stand, ladies and gentlemen, with word that the United States is set to get its largest temple, perhaps one of the largest in the world. The BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham, located 90 kilometers south of the Times Square in New Jersey, will be formally inaugurated on the 8th of October. The temple is possibly the second largest after the Angkor Wat in Cambodia. That's the world's second largest Hindu temple. The Mandir complex is spread over 183 acres and it's built by 12,500 plus volunteers across the US who have spent many years in Seva. We will be joined by some of the volunteers in just a bit. Meanwhile, built over a span of 12 years, 2011 to 2023, guided by artisan volunteers from Bharat, using the traditional Nagara style, but mix of a confluence of styles. That's where it comes from. Features of the temple consist of one main shrine, 12 sub-shrines, 9 spiral-like structures and pyramidical shikhars. The design depicts ancient Indian Sanskriti. 10,000 plus statues and statuettes in the temple. 151 Indian musical instruments have been carved. 108 traditional Indian dance forms have been carved. There is a Brahmakund right at the entrance that contains water from 300 plus holy rivers, Indian rivers, and also rivers, large rivers from across the world, including the Nile and the Amazon. The Kund also has water from each of the 50 states in the US. Over 2 million cubic feet of stone has been used. Stones have been sourced from across the world, including Italy and some other European nations, and also from Bharat. Limestone from Bulgaria and Turkey, marble from Greece, Turkey and Italy, granite from India and China, decorative stones from Europe, Asia and Latin America. All of this had been brought to Rajasthan, where the sculpting has been done. We'll get those details also, but let's quickly go across to Ishwar Charan Swamiji, the international convener of BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha. Namaste. Thank you so much, Swamiji, for speaking with us. Let me first ask you, is the Akshardham temple in New Jersey open to people of all faith and accessible to anyone who wants to visit?
Akshardham is for all. Everybody can come in Akshardham. They are all welcome.
Swamiji, what makes the Akshardham temple's hospitality and the promotion of Sanatan Dharma stand out, especially for visitors from the US?
यह मंदिर की विशेषता यह है कि यह मंदिर करीब 12,000 से ऊपर जो वॉलंटियर्स है, उसमें जेंट्स है, लेडीज़ है, स्टूडेंट्स है, हाईली क्वालिफाइड प्रोफेशनल्स है, वो सब ने अपना व्यवसाय और अपना जो कामकाज सब छोड़कर यहाँ करीब 2 साल से ज़्यादा यहाँ सेवा की है। और ये पत्थर का जो मंदिर का जो निर्माण, उनकी जो सेवा करना बहुत कठिन है जी। फिर भी सबने अपना खुद का एक सेवा का कार्य समझकर सबने जो सेवा की है, वो एक सबसे बड़ी बात है। माने यह पूरा अक्षरधाम जो है, ये माने हृदय से जो सेवा हुई है, उसका एक प्रतीक है। माने कोई भी ये आएगा तो उसको सेवा की जो महत्ता है उसका पता चलेगा। और इस मंदिर द्वारा अमेरिका में भी अपना जो हिंदू सनातन धर्म है, उसका माने एक जो उनकी जो समझ है, उनका जो ज्ञान है, वो यहाँ के सब लोग और यहाँ जो विजिटर्स भी लाखों की संख्या में आएंगे, वो सबको उनका ज्ञान प्राप्त होगा।
जी, भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने भी भगवत गीता में सेवा की ही बात कही है। कहा है कि मनुष्य का ध्येय धर्म ही सेवा है, सर्विस। पर एक बात बताइए, जो सनातन धर्म को नहीं जानते या उससे अपरिचित है, उसको फॉलो नहीं करते, नॉन हिंदू विजिटर्स, विल इट गिव एन इनसाइट इनटू द रिच हिस्ट्री ऑफ सनातन प्रथा, द हिंदू वे ऑफ लाइफ, यहाँ जो आएंगे स्वामी जी?
ये तो उसमें एक बात यह है जी कि इतना बढ़िया और इतना सुंदर और इतना अच्छा मंदिर देखकर जो नॉन हिंदूज़ है, उसको पता चलेगा कि जो हिंदू धर्म, हिंदू संस्कृति, उसमें जो मंदिर निर्माण है, मंदिर की जो रचना है वो कितनी सुंदर है, कितनी अद्भुत है।
जी।
और हर एक माने जो लोग होते हैं जो यहाँ के दर्शन करते हैं, उसको माने मंदिर के प्रति जो एक चाहना जो है,
जी।
जो श्रद्धा है, वो बढ़ती है। कोई भी आएगा, अगर वो हिंदू हो या न हो, और मंदिर में सब जो डिटीज़ है, सब भगवान उनकी मूर्तियाँ, सब देवताओं की मूर्तियाँ, और भी बहुत से बात इस मंदिर में है।
जी।
अकॉर्डिंग टू अवर जो अपना भारतीय शास्त्र है उनके अनुसार, तो कोई भी विदेशी यहाँ आएंगे तो उसको हिंदू धर्म का बहुत अच्छी तरह से एक ज्ञान वो प्राप्त कर सकेंगे।
जो इस मंदिर के फाउंडर्स हैं, प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज जी और महंत स्वामी महाराज, उनका ध्येय क्या था? उनकी इंस्पिरेशन क्या थी? थॉट प्रोसेस क्या था?
प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज और महंत स्वामी महाराज, उन्होंने यह मंदिर जो बनाया, उसका एक ही मकसद है कि विश्व में माने जो हम कहते हैं कि भाई धर्म, श्रद्धा, भक्ति, उनका माने प्रचार हो, और ख़ास करके अपने जो आने वाली पीढ़ियाँ है, अपने बच्चे हैं, उनके बच्चे हैं, आने वाली पीढ़ियाँ हजारों साल तक यह मंदिर द्वारा अपने जो संस्कार है, अपने जो मूल्य है, उसको बहुत अच्छी तरह से वो लोग सीख सकेंगे और उनके जीवन में भी उतार सकेंगे। इसलिए प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज और महंत स्वामी महाराज ने यह मंदिर का निर्माण किया है।
ईश्वर चरण स्वामी जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमसे बात करने के लिए। लेट्स क्विकली गो अक्रॉस एंड जॉइनिंग अस लाइव राइट नाउ, योगी त्रिवेदी, ऑथर, somebody who's grown up under the tutelage of Mahant Swami and some of the thinkers of this entire BAPS Pratha itself, the Sanstha itself, and Shreya, a young volunteer who spent nearly 2 years offering seva in the construction of this temple. Let's go straight across. Yogi, the last we met, you were in India. You've just written your book. But let me ask you, how is this different from the Akshardham, which is closer to me here in Delhi, or the one that we've seen in the UAE?
Historically, Anandji, mandirs are built differently in different periods of time. There are also different traditions or shailis. According to the Stapatya Shastra, the ancient Hindu architectural treatises. This mandir here behind me has been built in the Nagari style, and the beauty of it is, and I like to say this often, it is embedded in tradition, and yet it embraces innovation. So when you look at it, I just had a group of architectural scholars from India visit a few days ago as a preview before the mandir started, and they were discussing and debating amongst themselves, is this the Dravidi Shaili? Is this the Nagari Shaili? There was this heated debate that was happening, and that is because there is this innovation. Though it is built in this Nagari Shaili, there is this, you'll see behind me, there are no true arc domes. No gummats. You'll see samarans and shikhars. And so there's a very sort of ancient tradition that the builders and the designers of this mandir have returned to before the advent of the true arc and dome in South Asia, in
Well,
India.
from the Somnath Mandir to Kashi Vishwanath to the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, the Nagari Shaili does find a certain level of presence. But how are Shraddhalus? How many Shraddhalus can it hold at a given point in time? And do you see a growing footprint of Sanatan believers or those who are curious to understand Sanatan Dharma, not just in New Jersey, but Pan-America?
I think of this mandir as not just a Hindu mandir. Of course, it's a Hindu Sanatan mandir, but it is also a Hindu-American mandir. When you take it a step further, it speaks to the Indian-American community, and then you take it a step further, Anandji, and then this truly becomes an American story. Because when you look at this mandir, it is built dead hard in the middle of central New Jersey. It's not in an urban area. It's not in a heavily populated urban area where, you know, people of different immigrational backgrounds or ethnic backgrounds are present.
Right.
It is in the heart of America in a certain way. And when you walk around the mandir, you will see how universal values that we as Hindus have celebrated or we as Indians have celebrated for centuries are presented through the faces and through the words of American leaders as well. So
Right.
as you walk around the Jagati or the base plinth of the mandir, and we'll show you some views while I'm speaking, you will see universal values of acceptance, universal values of warmth and generosity, of inclusivity, of love, selfless service, of giving. All of that, bhakti and seva, as our viewers will be familiar with in India, shown through the lives of people like President Abraham Lincoln,
Wow.
Martin Luther King Jr.,
Interesting.
the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., Albert Einstein, Socrates, and the list keeps going. Gautam Buddha. The Sikh gurus are also incorporated on the Jagati, and their messages and their murtis are there. And the reasoning behind that is that, of course, our Hindus and the seekers from this tradition, the Buddha, Jaina, and Sikh traditions know about the Vedas, they know about the Upanishads, they know about the Ramayana, Mahabharata, and the Bhagavata Purana. But the people who come here appreciate those same messages if they're shown in a way that speaks to them. If they see familiar faces, familiar voices, people they respect sharing those stories. And that is why that American experience has been woven in. The other thing that is innovative about this mandir is as you walk around, along with the murtis, so there's 13 shrines inside.
Yes.
In the Mukhya or the Madhya Garbha Gruhu, the central shrine, you will find murtis of Bhagavan Swaminarayan and his first successor, Gunatitananda Swamiji. And then around the mandir, in the other 13 shrines, you will find murtis of Sri Radha Krishna Bhagavan, Siyaram Bhagavan, Hanumanji Dev, Ganapati Ji. You will find murtis of, I can keep going. There's 13 shrines. And the beauty of it is here in the diaspora, people from all the regions and sub-traditions of India are represented equally. You'll have someone from the south, you'll have someone from the north, the east, the west,
Right.
the Himalayan foothills. And so we've tried to incorporate all of the gods, the manifestations of the divine through gods and goddesses. So Vithobaji is here as well.
Right.
Tirupati Balaji is here as well. So everyone, every Hindu, every Sikho will find some sort of
Connect.
belonging
Yeah.
in their expression
That's
of
the
faith
right
when they
word.
come and visit.
Right. Please stay with me, Yogi ji. Let me just quickly ask a question or two with Shreya ji, a volunteer. Shreya ji, namaste. The temple looks fantastic behind you. Let me ask you, can you please take us through the journey, how you got involved and how long have you been there?
I've been here for a year and a half now. I first moved here from Miami, Florida in June 2022. So I started, I used to work actually. I had a job in a consulting company. I worked as an actuary. So it's basically the math behind insurance. Most
Yes.
people don't know exactly what it is, but it's math behind insurance. So I worked for this consulting company. And then the chance came to do long-term seva here. So we always had the opportunity to come for a few days at a time, but never the chance to come for a long time. So when that chance came up, I thought, when else will I, an average woman from America, I was born and raised here, get a chance to be part of building a mandir, any mandir, especially not a Maha Mandir like this one. And my mandir in Miami, the one I've been going to since I was a child, has made such an impact on my life growing up. And it's just a small mandir where a few hundred people go. So if that small mandir made such an impact in my life, just thinking about the impact that a Maha Mandir like this will have on so many people, Hindus, non-Hindus, everyone, it was too good of an opportunity to say no to. Once in a lifetime, as we call it. So then I left my job and I came here, and I've been in seva here ever since.
Wow. Can you also tell us what kind of work, what kind of seva have you done? Have you been involved somewhere closely in the construction, assembly of the temple?
So I came and I first started in a team that was part of stone preparation. So what we did was we opened the pallets of stones. They come in pallets. So we open them, clean the foam, everything. We power wash them, we treat them, and then we get them ready to be sent to the site for assembly. So in that, I learned how to drive a forklift because you have to actually move the stones around. They don't just move themselves. So we learned how to drive a forklift. We got licensed in these things, and it was an all-female team that did this. So there were multiple women who were licensed in driving forklifts, and we got very good with crowbars and all of different tools to open pallets. So I learned that. Then after some time, I got a different seva as the team lead of the team that did seva inside the Mahamandir.
That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic to listen to that story. Yogi ji and Shreya ji, wish you all the very, very best. And thank you so much for joining us and taking us through and giving us a sneak peek into what's gone into build perhaps what is the second largest temple, Hindu temple across the world after the Angkor Wat, the largest in America, that we can very safely say. With that, we wrap this edition of The Right Stand. The temple opens on the 8th of October. We take a very short break. Brass Tacks follows.